Well, what the Farage moment today was a really quite big one. An eagle-eyed viewer that likes to keep me up to speed because I can't follow everything was watching the Home Affairs Select Committee this morning. And this is really, really interesting because can you remember back in March last year, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak stood on a podium behind a Stop the Boat slogan introducing the concept of the illegal migration bill. And this is what the Prime Minister had to say.
That is why today we're introducing legislation to make clear that if you come here illegally, you can't claim asylum, you can't benefit from our modern slavery protections, you can't make spurious human rights claims, and you can't stay. We will detain those who come here illegally and then remove them in weeks, either to their own country if it is safe to do so, or to a safe third country like Rwanda. And once you are removed, you will be banned, as you are in America and Australia, from ever re-entering our country.
So once again they were doing it. If you come by boat, you can't stay. You will be got rid of. You will not be able to enter the asylum process. The Prime Minister was perfectly clear. Well, we've heard this sort of thing from the Conservatives over and over and over, and they seem to get away with it time after time. Well, on that very day of March the 7th last year, this was my response on the very same day on GB News. It's all about politics. They know this policy isn't going to work, but Rishi Sunak tells you how impossible the situation is. Doesn't take any responsibility for it, doesn't accept that many of us have been screaming at them over the course of the last 3 years to do something about it, doesn't accept for a moment that, of course, Boris Johnson said if you come here illegally, you won't stay. David Cameron said if you come here illegally, you won't stay. Now, this is all projecting forward. We are on your side. That is what Sunak is saying. Well, I was sceptical. Today was really, really interesting. We saw Conservative Member of Parliament for Worthing, Tim Lawton, asking the question, since the Illegal Migration Act became law in July last year, have people been refused, if they cross the channel, to enter the asylum process? Watch this.
And what is the status of those people who have come across the channel since the Illegal Migration Act came into force? How many of them are there, and what is their actual status?
Their status is they're claiming asylum, and they are in different stages of the asylum caseload.
Under the terms of the Illegal Migration Act, they're not entitled to apply for asylum, are they?
They're entitled to apply, but then they are. Yeah. Then we have a different process under that Act for dealing with their claims.
Well, they're not entitled to apply under the terms of the Act, so they can apply, but that application is not recognised within the normal asylum procedures. Correct? So, what is their status?
Their status is that they have sought to claim asylum, and we are continuing to manage they are in the asylum caseload.
But they aren't. But they can't. They're not recognised as asylum seekers. So how are they in the asylum caseload?
So, if I may, they are inadmissible, as you say, Mr. Lawton, to our system. As you know, at the moment we do not have a safe country of return for the vast majority of those individuals. So they are here on bail, pending the conclusion of the Safety of Rwanda bill and then the movement forward.
So there we are. We saw Sir Matthew Rycroft there. Yes, KCMG-CBE, an absolute pillar of the establishment, running the Home Office, making it perfectly clear that whatever the Act said when it was passed in July of last year makes absolutely no difference at all. If you cross the English Channel illegally on a dinghy, you're a young man that's paid a trafficker to do so, you enter the asylum process. And this takes us back, really, to why have we lost trust in this government? Why do we not believe a word that they say? Why do so many people openly now call our leaders a bunch of liars? Strong words. Well, did Rishi Sunak, when he stood up on the 7th of March last year saying that, did he actually believe it? Or was it a deliberate, willful attempt to pull the wool over the eyes of the British public. I think it was the latter and not the former. I think they are willfully trying to mislead us, and they seem to get away with it every time. Every time they make a tough speech about how we're going to deal with illegal immigration, Conservative supporting newspapers say hurrah. None of it is true. They have no intention of sorting this problem out because we're signed up to higher legal authorities elsewhere in Brussels and in the United Nations.